I think we already have a quorum. So, may hapon. Mr. Secretary, mayong hapon. Majority floor. And to all the regular members, mayong hapon. The 95th regular session sa Guniang Paglusod Dakbayan sa Cagayan de Oro is now called on to order. Please do stand for an invocation by Councilor Enrico Dael Salcedo. Mayong hapon kanimo, Konsiha.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of our Almighty Father. Sa ngalan sa Man, sa Anak, sa Espiritu Santo. Amen. Ginoo, mayong adlaw kanimo, kami nagpasalamat niini usa na sad kaadlaw nga imong gihatag kanamo. Salamat usab sa grasya sa maayong panglawas sa imong proteksyon ug higayon na naa kami karon nagtapok para sa weekly session. Lord, sa karong pag nagtapok namo kami nang inaot nga matagan na pud usab kami nimo og dugang kaalam, pasensya o pagsinabtanay sa tanan namong paghimuon o pagkadesisyonan nga mga para sa kaayuhan sa dakbayan. Kami Ginoo nagampo ug nagduol kanimo para sa among kaluwasan, ilabi na nga wala pa nahuman ang kasamtangang sitwasyon tungod aning COVID-19. Kami nang inaot nga mahuman na kining pandemya kay taas ta nga panahon nga kini gisagubang sa kadaghanan. Kami nang inaot nga mugamay na ang active cases nining virus para sa kaluwasan natong tanan ug kami nagampo nga matagaan ang tasatag sa kanamo ug dugang kusog aron sa pagpadayon bisan pa sa mga pagsulay na amo ang giatubang karon. May you also keep us all safe from all forms of harm, illness, and weaknesses. All this we ask through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Father,
Thank you, Councilor Enrico Salcedo, and for the singing of our national anthem. And for the Cagayan de Oro March. hapon sa tanan. Mayong hapon, Mr. Secretary, kung do the roll call.
Mayong hapon, Mr. Chairman.
Mayong hapon.
Honorable Renier Joaquin VOy, City Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer. For the first District Councilors, Honorable Edna M. Dahino, Honorable J.R. Pascual, Honorable Roger G. Abaday, Honorable Saldi O. Ocon, Honorable George Is Goking, Honorable N. R. Daba, Honorable Dan G. Swan, Honorable Romeo V. Calizo. For the second District Councilors, Honorable Jelen Mercedes El Balaba, Honorable Maria Lourdes Isgaani, Honorable Ian Mark Yunakaya, Honorable Suzette G. Magtahas Daba,
Here.
Honorable Chudolfo Ilaw Jr.,
Present.
Honorable Enrico D. Salcedo, Honorable Jocelyn B. Rodriguez, Honorable Edgar S. Cabanlas. For the ex-officio members, Honorable Yan Lam Islim, Liga ng mga Barangay President, and Honorable John Michael Alceno, City SK Federation President. There is quorum, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Secretary. Very own Secretary, may hapon kanimo. San Miguel, so we do have a quorum. So we'll now begin tackling our business of the day. But this moment of time, mayong hapon kanimo, Majority Floor Leader, Ian Mark Kiblat Nakaya, our Majority Floor Leader of the 19th City Council. You have the floor.
Dagan salamat, Mr. Presiding Officer, Vice Mayor Renier Joaquin Velez Kikang Uy, ug maayong hapon usab,
Mayong hapon.
and to our colleagues as well, and friends from the media, fellow Cagayanons, maayong hapon. I move, Mr. Chairman, to dispense with the reading of the minutes of meeting on June 28, 2021, and to consider the furnishing of its copy to every member as the reading itself.
Second.
Properly moved by the Majority Floor Leader. Seconded. Correction? Is there any correction? There is none. Hearing none. Hearing none. It is approved.
I likewise move for the approval of said minutes of meeting.
For its finality.
Second.
Second.
Seconded.
On special report, we only have Councilor Lordan Swan, Mr. Chairman, who would like to report on the persons with disability. May we ask the chair to recognize Councilor Swan.
Councilor Lordan Swan, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. To my esteemed colleagues, fellow Cagayanons, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
Mayong hapon.
Because of the numerous problems our city is currently facing, we cannot be blamed if some sectors won't be given as much attention as necessary. One of these sectors are persons with disabilities. I have not heard yet that these Cagayanons have already received aid from the city, but please correct me if I'm mistaken. It is my intention that we facilitate the referral of this vulnerable sector to the Department of Social Welfare and Development, the DSWD. However, the DSWD requires a formal endorsement from the city through our own CSWD before they will act. If we want to be able to give aid in a timely manner, preferably while the MECQ is ongoing, we need to have the CSWD determine the most helpless and vulnerable of the PWDs and submit their list to the national government for processing and verification. The reason why I came up with this special report is because I was interviewed last week on a popular radio program along with the president of the Association of Persons with Disabilities. And they were asking for help regarding this matter. Kung kita nga piskay og panglawas galisod man gani ta karon sa pandemya, samutan pa gyud sa MECQ. Unsa na katong atong mga kaigsuonan nga nag-agwanta og disabilities. Gani makadumdum ko katong law student ko. Gioperahan akong duha ka tuhod, di ko makalakaw og pila ka bulan. Ayar ako makalihok kung mag-crutches. Grabe ka lisod ang kinabuhi. may nalang ko kay naamay tabang, kumplito ang tabang. Pero ang atong mga kaigsuunan in taon nga luoy kayo, wala gi ila, wa pagi mo tabang, luoy gi kayo. I'm therefore proposing that we ask the CSWD to process this list and complete the referrals for the Department of Social Welfare and Development. They will know who to prioritize because let's be practical. Not every PWD requires aid. Di lang sa ta mag-assume nga kaning atong mga disabled persons kay naariglar na. Tagaan na to sila insakto nga pagtagad o di po na to sila kalimtan unta. Matud pa, dare to reach out your hand into the darkness to pull another hand into the light. Daghang salamat, maayong hapon.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Lord Anzuan. But first, let me clarify your prayer about the PWDs. The prayer of your special report.
Yes, Mr. Chair. The DSWD requires a referral from the CSWD before they can give aid. For example, mga livelihood,
Okay,
mga food packs. So can we ask the CSWD to submit this list of persons with disabilities? Kay ila pa mo nang i-verify. So
okay.
di pud mohatag ang DSWD og pataka kung walay sakto nga kanang endorsement bitaw gikan sa city. So ay harapon mo enter dayon ng national. So kung pwede lang unta.
Okay. So since the council, maybe you can directly from your office down to the CSWD, since the legislative for the council for us to do is for any resolution or appealing to any offices. Especially CSWD is under the office of the city mayor. So maybe we can directly ask them about that. But by the way, directly speaking, di bali unsa may buhato nato sa city council para ma-address na. O na? Okay, Councilor Lord Anzuan and then Councilor Edgar Cabanlas.
Mas bugat man gud, Mr. Chair, kung gikan ta sa City Council nga resolution ba murag atong sentiment bitaw nga gihangyo ang CSWD kay pwede man sad nga CSWD mismo mo'y mangayo dadto sa DSWD o pwede sad nga ako mismo mo send og letter dadto pero para sa ako mas bugat kung sentiment siya sa City Council. Pero pwede gyapon nato kung if it's your decision nga ako lang mo'y mag-send dato, okay ra man gyapon. Ako na lang mo send.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Lord Anzuan. So as Councilor Edgar Cabanlas, any inputs about this?
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Mr. Presiding Officer,
May hapon.
our Vice Mayor. Why not give this report to the Committee on Social Services so that in a meeting, the Committee on Social Services can call the attention of the CSWD for a more, detailed appreciation and attention to be given to that report of Councilor Swan.
So
I-refer
what you
na to.
mean is you have to
Kung man
we have
laktod
to
ta
go
kasi
on to the
magmahay.
process.
Yes, magmahay niya ang Committee on Social Services.
Mm,
Nganong nanlaktod ta.
okay.
So, given that, we will give that to the proper committee, and the committee will call the CSWD.
Okay, so we will go on to the process. So, okay, thank you,
Mr.
Councilor
Chair,
Edgar Cabanlas, for your input.
Mr. Man.
So, okay, Councilor Rubenda ba?
salamat Mr. Chair.
You have
Wako
the
kayo
floor.
itong suggest. Salamat Mr. Chair ug maayong hapon sa tanan ug ako mga kauban dia ug atong mga bisita. Gwapo kay itong suggestion ni Councilor Cabanlas, no? Gwapo sad kayo ang report ni Councilor Suan. As ako chairman ko sa Social Services, nakita nako nga si Councilor Girly, grabe kay iyang pagpaningkamot ana, and I'm sure naana na diha naanay naman ganito yung mga profiling sa atong mga PWD. So gamay na lang yun siguro. So mas maayo yun i-refer na to kay Councilor Girly Balaba ang pleading o prayer ni Councilor Swan. Daghang salamat, Mr. Chair. Maayong hapon.
Okay,
Mr. Chairman,
thank you, Councilor Ruben Daba.
Chair.
Okay, Councilor Saldi Okon. You have the floor.
Kada adlaw, Mr. Chairman, except sa Saturday and Sunday, busy kayo ang buhatan nato sa City DSWD sa paghatag og mga ayuda sa mga katawhan nato dinhi sa Dakbayan. Walay gipili ang buhatan sa DSWD provided nga makapasar na sila sa o base sa report ni Councilor Lordan Chuan nga he made mention that he was interviewed by one of the popular radio program in Cagayan de Oro together with a certain who's the person with the disability. I suggest, Mr. Chairman, yes, I submitted the wisdom of Councilor Buboy that we will or also Councilor Edgar Cabanlas to bring this matter to the proper committee, Mr. Chairman. And also to coordinate katong tao bitaw nga na-interview sa radyo, kung kinsa ba to, presidente ba to, para siya po mo submit sa complete list kung kinsa sa mga person with disabilities ang wala yun ma-akomodar. Daghang salamat, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Saldi Okon. So, well, this could be just the least about it. Since our committee chairman is already around, okay. So, okay, Majority Floor Leader, ayan mo kiblat na kaya. Some
Before the
input.
reaction of Councilor Girly, the chair of the Committee on Social Services, just a little briefer. I'd like how Councilor Lordan Swan, as his preliminary to his special report, he made mention that he's not sure that if whether or not there are available programs for the PWDs. However, he proceeded with the report. And we hope that we inquire first. And of course, media persons will always ask questions under the heat of the sun. And if you are knowledgeable to the programs of the city government, you can easily answer the question, Mr. Chairman. Because for a fact, if we are just browsing over our budgets, we can find that several programs, and in fact, it's the biggest chunk of the city government's budget, Mr. Chairman, are allocated to the social services program of the city government. The chair of the committee on the finance can articulate and support that statement. And whether or not we have personnel who are deaf-mute, who are PWDs, who are incapacitated due to handicaps, Mr. Chairman, employed by the city government to deliver and to direct the affairs because they are more concerned of they have the personal experience of what has to be a PWD. Yes, we have hired personnel in these capacities, Mr. Chairman, and they're part of the personnel who manages the division of the CSWD that would address the concerns of the PWDs. We have that. In fact, I have read in few months ago some articles, Mr. Chairman, that CSWD and DSWD have been providing services and continuously providing services for this margin sector, such as the PWDs. So maybe perhaps Councilor Girly can also amplify what has been conducted by the social services department of our city government and the government is very active in supporting this type of program, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Majority Floor Leader. But anyway, pero I just want to ask, to clarify something. Di ba nai-opisina ang PWD mismo sa CSWD?
Na,
Yes. The representation, okay. So, is
Councilor
it that?
Garlic can attest to that.
Oh, okay.
Na,
Oh, okay. Thank you for that information. Okay. So, this time, since that nagreklamo, no? So, nga na kuan for ayuda. So, since there is a kanipong PWD, well, bisag a simple aning antipara PWD na, no? So, sa kinsa sa to nga ni antipara, di ba? Member na sa PWD.
that's correct. That's correct, Mr.
So
Chairman.
so we have
That's very
we have to calibrate the limitations or the number to identify kinsa na, especially when it comes to the request. So maybe at this moment, since the inputs coming from our colleagues is that we have to go on to the process, since our committee chairman, Councilor Joylene Mercedes Balaba, is already around. So maybe we will refer it about this matter. So ginhawa na maganyan nga mutabang gidana. So posible kayo nga kuan. So as our mayor, Oscar Moreno, kitang tanan, no? As public official, ginhawa na nato nga mutabang gyud. Invitation or consider something. So to further know or to elaborate further, we have to discuss it later on to the Committee on Councilor Joylene Mercedes Balaba on Social Services. Councilor? Okay. But before we proceed, I would like to, in behalf of the 19th City Council, I would like to greet and thank our first district congressman for giving us an opportunity or this afternoon for his birthday blast. So, salamat. Happy birthday, Congressman.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Congressman.
Happy birthday. In behalf of the 19th City Council, happy birthday, Congressman Clarix Uy. So, salamat kayo. So, our second reporter, do we have?
No more, no more.
Okay, just a sole reporter this afternoon. So, wala na. Okay. Okay, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas.
Just a very short,
Maayong hapon kanimo.
Manghapon, Mr. Chairman, nalimtan ko ni. This is a short special report. We are expecting to receive around a lot of vaccines this coming weeks from I think from Pfizer, because of that order by the national government for 40 million vials of vaccine. We will be getting share because 50% of that will be given to Visayas and Mindanao. I move, Mr. Chairman, kaya doon na makita kulang sa mga vaccinators. Ito na, nang mo vaccine sa ato mga tao, mga nurse and doctors. Now, there is a suggestion that we will request the 4th Infantry Division to give us volunteers, to send us volunteers or mga doctors o mga nurses para to augment the vaccination program, the rollout program of the city. And then for that group to coordinate with our city health office, and also another resolution to Camp Alagar, the police office, the Philippine National Police medical team to send us a portion lang, dili kay tanan, but volunteers in order to help us in this vaccination program as we are expecting a greater volume of vaccines to arrive. Duha lang ka, mugbo lang resolution nga, I think General Calizo will, of course, kinamay daghang kay mga doktor o nurses sa ikabi bangilista o sa kampalagar. Makatabang kali na sila, Mr. Chairman. I'm to coordinate with our City Health Office. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas.
Mr. Chair,
Okay, Councilor Ruben Daba.
yeah, Mr. Chair, salamat kayo. In addition kay Councilor Cabanlas, I would like also nga idampo sa iya nga magpadala tag letter sa Philippine Nursing Association, PMA, o ang Philippine Physician Association sa mga doctors kay aron regardless of naa sa government, private, whatsoever, makahatag man na sila diretso sa atong mga kauban para makatabang sa atong vaccination. Mura to, Mr. Chair, maintag itampusan ni Councilor Cabanlas. Daghang salamat ug maayong hapon.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Ruben Daba. Okay, I think it is said clearly by our secretary about the request. Any other?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chairman,
Okay, Councilor Saldi Ocon.
that's a good idea of Councilor Edgar Cabanlas to pass a resolution addressed to the 4th Infantry Diamond Division and to the Philippine National Police Camp Alagar. Why not also include, Mr. Chairman, the private hospital? There are also private hospital in our city. We will ask them, at least 2 personnel from their office, to send to help for the augmentation. As he made mention, according to Edgar Cabanlas, kulang ka og mga vaccinator. Kung mahimo, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, our committee chairman from Committee Chairman on Health want to say something. Okay, Councilor Maria Lourdes Gani about this report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May hapon ka na tanan.
May hapon.
Actually, the Misamis Oriental Medical Society, the members of this are private and government doctors already. So automatic, once licensed doctor ka, member ka sa MOMS, Misamis Oriental Medical Society. And the nurses, ang ila organization is what you call PNA, Philippine Philippine Nurses Association. In fact, ang PNA o ang MOMS are already with us volunteering. Na sila yung mga schedule. Nasa sila schedule ana every day, especially now nga tulo na kabuk atong vaccination sites. We now open karon lang adlaw ang SM Uptown. SM Uptown, SM Downtown Premier, and the Ketkay. So ang ako lang ay ako nakita katulang sa atong sa PNPN sa atong military na medyo wala na siya namo siya na top. Ang amo lang is PNA and MOMS, Misamis Oriental Medical Society.
As proposed by Councilor Edgar Cabanlas.
Yes, as proposed
Okay.
by Councilor Edgar Cabanlas.
Since SM Uptown is
It's already open, sir, now.
opening this week.
Now, today.
Okay,
Nag-open
today.
karon.
It started today. Okay.
Moms.
MOMS and PNA are already with us.
Nakita po na
Their
PMA na
members are
PNA.
already volunteers. Na sila adlaw nga ga-volunteer na sila sa ato din sa atong mga vaccination sites. Ako lang kanilang sa PNA, PNP and the PA sa ato. Okay, thank you for that, no? Salamat.
Okay, thank you for that information, Councilor
1 minute. In addition,
Maria
Mr.
Lourdes Gani.
Chair, in addition, 1 minute.
Okay, Councilor Saldi Ocon.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Ato pong pasalamatan ng atong colleague, si Councilor Maria Lourdes Gaani, for also helping during the vaccination. She also volunteered several times here in Cagayan de Oro. So thank you very much, Councilor Gaani. You deserve it. Thank you.
Okay. So before I will rule out about the proposal, at the proper time, I I just want this could be a question for all of us. No? Ito, before malimtan ako. So, before, last session is questioning our parliamentary rules, especially to the presiding officer about to the relinquishment as due to the participation. So I just remind Councilor Saldi Ocon and so as Councilor Jocelyn Rodriguez, but not just for them, but to all the members when it comes to the participation of the presiding officer. I just want to clarify to everybody, since this could be a day-to-day or every regular session that we will encounter. So to make it fair and to be clear to all of us, well, that question coming from Councilor Jocelyn Rodriguez and so as Councilor Saldi Ocon is right. And so as they are wrong. Right in terms of limitation that I cannot, as presiding officer, cannot participate, especially for the motion or coming from the movement. Di man mahimo nga kita pa ang motion, kita pa sad ang mo-approve. So I have to relinquish about that. That is a limitation coming from a member so as the proposal. But they are wrong when it comes to the participation since I am the presiding officer and so as I am the member of the 19th City Council and so as the authority is coming from the presiding officer to whom who can speak. And so as how can I cannot participate as a presiding officer to explain as my ruling or how can I derive my ruling about the decision that we got if I cannot participate. That is participation. When it comes to asking for the guidance or the direction of the council, that is participation. And so as a group of council that with many members and so as with a different opinion to make our goal into one. So daghan tag mga hunahuna unsaon nato nga mahimong isa. That is why there is a proposal. So every member have a proposal. So how can we come up into one opinion if we cannot participate? That is the role of the presiding officer. So make it clear, the first question is right, but I can participate. So they are right when it comes to proposal or motion, but they are wrong when it comes to the decision making or the ruling about as I explained. So just a clarification. Thank you for that, Councilor Jocelyn Rodriguez and so as Councilor Saldi Ocon. So any other reporter, majority floor leader?
No more. At the proper time, the proposal of Councilor Ed Cabanlas would be considered by the council.
Okay, thank you, majority floor leader. Ayan Marky Blat Nakaya. So as heard, as a proposed by one of the members, thank you for the special report, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas. At the proper time, we do consider for your proposal later on. Thank you. Majority floor leader, you may now proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For items 1 and 2, omnibus motion. 1 is proposed resolution number 2021-130, returning to the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay number 32, the city, SK. It's resolution number 2021-01. 2, proposed resolution number 2021-131, returning to the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay number 35, the city. It's our resolution number 03, series of 2021, covering their respective annual budgets for calendar year 2021 with estimated incomes and with the information that said ordinances are operative in their entirety. Move for the approval of the said items 1 and 2, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by the majority floor leader. Any second from the regular members? Seconded. Seconded. Objection? Is there any objection? There is none. There is none. Resolution number 2021-130. Resolution number 2021-131, since there is no objection, it is hereby approved.
Move Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense for its finality.
Second.
Seconded. But we have, before we finalize, I would like to greet Councilor J. Roa Pascual. Long time no see. Resit na gano'n, no? May hapon kanimo.
We have for number 3, Mr. Chairman, proposed resolution number 2021-132, accrediting the KM.8 Indigenous People Developing Livelihood Association, Inc. for purposes of its membership in the local special bodies pursuant to the ILG Memorandum Circular number 2019-72 and Article 64, Rule 13 of the Rules and Regulations, implementing the 1991 Local Government Code or funding its project from the city or other sources as required under the COA circular pertinent thereto. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by the majority floor leader. Any
Second.
Seconded. Objection? Objection. None. None? Councilor Enrico Salcedo, you have any? You have any agenda about the councilor coming from Tignapuluan? Properly moved and seconded since there is no objection. Objection. Yes, and that's okay. Resolution number 2021-132. It is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense for its finality. Seconded.
Second.
Number 4 is proposed ordinance number 2021-112, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Oscar S. Moreno to enter into and sign the lease contract renewal with Ms. Pilar N. Sia, covering the latter's three-door commercial building occupied by the City Commission on Election, COMELEC, office located at Cruz Taal, Burgos Streets, the city for the period January 1, 2021 to December 31, 2021, under the terms and conditions specified therein. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by the majority floor leader. Seconded. Objection? Objection. None? None. Hearing none. Ordinance number 2021-112 is hereby approved.
To dispense second final reading.
Dispense.
Second.
Seconded.
Number 5 is proposed ordinance number 2021-113, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Oscar S. Moreno, representing the city government of Cagayan de Oro, to enter into and sign the memorandum of agreement MOA with the Department of Agriculture Regional Field Office number 10, represented by Regional Executive Director Lialin A. Ramos, covering the grant of 1 unit corn mill under the terms and conditions stipulated therein. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by the majority floor leader. Seconded. Objection? Objection. Hearing none. Hearing none. Ordinance number 2021-113 is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense for its finality.
Second.
Seconded.
Di ba Carlene nanta? Ha? Carlene Culiado? Anyway, nag-motion ako to dispense ba? Wala pa.
Umana. Umana majority.
Okay. Number 6, Mr. Chairman, is proposed ordinance number 2021-114, reclassifying the land use from agriculture to special use memorial park. Ah? Yeah. Kaya kani si Ramos karaan man eh. May I move for reconsideration and for the correction of the name of the regional director, Mr. Chairman? Instead of Ramos, it's
Okay.
Mr. Carlin
So there will be a
Culiado.
correction.
CPA.
Okay.
Move to amend as corrected.
As corrected. The proposal paragraph.
Just the name of the regional director, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Just the
Carlin
director.
Culiado, CPA.
So for
Move to
amendment, since we already approved it, for amendment, any second objection? None. None. So okay, subject for confirmation to the secretary. Secretary.
But we have our own DA secretary, Councilor J. Pascual. He can
Okay.
articulate the answer.
So maybe you can have a real
Okay.
the real and complete name of the address. Please submit it to our secretary this afternoon. Okay.
It's Carlin Collado, Mr. Chairman,
Okay.
CPA.
So,
I remember Lelin,
properly moved by the majority floor leader and seconded for the amendment of ordinance number 2021-113 is hereby approved since there is no objection.
Number 6, Mr. Chairman, is proposed ordinance number 2021-114, reclassifying the land use from agriculture to special use memorial park of a parcel of land, particularly lot number 19820, case 1 CAD-369-D, covering an area of 35,205 square meters, located in Barangay Puerto de City, as applied for by the Golden Heaven Memorial Park, Inc., represented by its Product Development Supervisor, Engineer Teresita May P. Limbago. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by the majority floor leader. Any second? Seconded. Objection? Objection. Okay, Councilor Roger Abaday, unobjecting?
Thank you very much,
Opinion?
Mr. Chairman. This is not an opposition, but just for clarification.
Okay, carry on.
As I read the notes of the City Legal Office. Now, if you look at the attachment, Mr. Chairman, page 98 to 100, there is no such certificate of eligibility of reclassification.
Page 98.
98, the attachment of this application, Mr. Chairman. So, Department Order DARO, Department Order yan, Administrative Order number 01-19 and coordination in relation with Department Order Administrative Order number 01-17, there should be a valid land reclassification. Now, in support, Mr. Chairman, it was not attached here. Now, if you read page 100, Appendix G, I think last fourth paragraph, the findings of the City Legal Office. As I read, considering that the DAR has not also made any amendments to DAR AO number 01-19, requiring compliance of DA AO numbers 01-17 for valid land reclassification. The same is still in effect. As such, the requirement to secure certificate of eligibility of reclassification from DA, Department of Agriculture, a valid land reclassification remains. So this one, Mr. Chairman. Another one also under the local government code, as continuation sa observation of the City Legal Office, as provided in Memorandum Circular number 54-93, which serves as the guidelines for Section 20 of the Local Government Code, the local government unit may reclassify land only through an ordinance and only after conducting public hearing for such purpose. So there is no purpose, Mr. Chairman, that there was a public hearing with regards to this proposed project, Mr. Chairman. There should be attached number of series of or meetings with the affected occupants with this 3.5 more almost 4 hectares project, Mr. Chairman. So this one I want to be clarified. If is there any exception in this matter? I want the chairman of the committee to give us some explanation, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Roger Abaday. So you are referring it to the committee. Okay, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for the observation of Councilor Abaday. First of all, the administrative order mentioned by Councilor Abaday about with regards to the issuance of the eligibility eligibility for the reclassification from the Department of Agriculture, this has been revoked, totally revoked by the department secretary. If you will read the letter of the regional executive director of the DA, dated May 7,
What page?
page 87.
Okay.
The second paragraph states, please be informed that the Department of Agriculture Administrative Order numbers 18, series of 220, otherwise known as guidelines on the issuance of certificate of eligibility. That was the one mentioned by Councilor Abaday. For conversion of agricultural land has been revoked.
Okay.
Last October 17, 2020 by the issuance of DA Administrative Order number 30, series 2020. And the specific office assigned to receive this application for conversion and application was dissolved. So where will this applicant go? Dissolved, according to the third paragraph. Furthermore, the National Technical Evaluation Committee on Land Use Matters and the Regional Technical Evaluation Committee on Land Use Matters were also abolished by the same administrative order. I think the Department of Agriculture abolished that. Not good reason, but
So
I think
so to clarify, Councilor Edgar Caballas, the whole office of DAG will be abolished?
you know that section that receives application for eligibility, and that is why, according to that letter, wa na sila yung mahimo, so direkta na sila sa city hall mag-apply. Now, with regards to that public hearing, dili man ni siya conversion, Mr. Chairman. This is only reclassification. And this is not a conversion from agricultural to residential. This is only a reclassification from agricultural to cementerio. Now, cemetery is not inconsistent with agricultural or residential use. Dili na sila inconsistent, gani dili na kinahanglan mananghid pa. Because why not inconsistent? Because farmers die. They need cemetery. Residents of a subdivision die, so they need a cemetery. Pero kung imong gamiton ang usa ka agricultural land to residential, dako na nga problema. Pero cementerio, it's a basic requirement also of in a society nga nag-cementerio. Now, with regards to the second observation, which is the lack of public hearing, although di naman lagi na kinahanglan kay cementerio man di man residential. If you will read the resolution or the ordinance of the Barangay Council of Puerto, which is found on Puerto resolution. Uh-huh. 70. Oh, 70. If you will read, now, Barangay Puerto did not object. In fact, they agreed to this proposal that there will be a cemetery there because private cemeteries are all concentrated in the west side of Cagayan de Oro. there is no private cemetery on the east side. So lipay sila at asakon lipay buko nga na cemetery dol kay taga Bugo di na mani dinhi sa sila mga patay sa kwan. Now, let us read let us read the paragraph 3 of that resolution. Whereas during the conducted survey of Golden Haven conducted last first week of February 2021, the constituents living nearby has no objection to the approval of the to that project of cementerio. Page 82 of the said attachment, even the mayor issued the certificate of social acceptability. So society has already accepted this. This is to certify that the proposed construction sa Memorial Park Haven has undergone the consultation process, complied with all the necessary documents required as set forth by the respective government agencies. I certify that the social acceptability of this project, subject to the condition stipulated in the implementation. So, tuman na nila tanan. Oh, now, but even then, because I was also thinking like Councilor Abaday was thinking, I called everybody in a conference here. The DAR, the DA, the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, everybody, all the department heads, including the City Legal Office. And they all inform us that there is no need to secure eligibility. But they need to have a conversion order from the DA. And the DA said during the Zoom conference that we have here that they will act on the conversion application of that Golden Haven when the city government through the city council action will issue the kinikaron. Oh. So di sila mulihok dito, kay mo ko nang ilang man ako nagsaktong proseso. So dito nagisadar. Pero the DAR will need this. And lastly, Mr. Chairman, na magikuyuta di dapit siya babaw spirito nas mamantangan. Ambot na ba'y mutubo di kan batuhon kay nga lugar. And you need a lot of money and effort to cultivate that area there. Batuhon gigayo. Many people have gone there. So that is my answer to Councilor.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas. Anyone to? Okay, you want to react, Councilor Roger Abaday?
Be clarified, Mr. Chairman, because the letter of Regional Executive Director Culiado has been read by Councilor Cabanlas. It in the second paragraph states of conversion. It did not speak of reclassification, and we're passing for reclassification of the land. So, according to Supreme Court, as cited here by the city legal, that there is no distinction between conversion and reclassification. So, the city legal office, as I cited in page 100, they also define here. Although the DAR has also did not amend their AO number 0119 and 0117 for valid reclassification. That's why I was perplexed. I was confused, the chairman, But I let the chairman of this committee to shed light so that we will erase the clouds of our confusion, Mr. Chairman. So that's my point of raising this issue, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, maybe, okay, thank you, Councilor Roger Abaday. But as I noticed, the question that you are asking for is the answer is within that page also, Appendix G, page 100, or as provided, paragraph 3, or as provided. I just want to read so that it may clarify something for your one. The reclassification of agricultural lands may be authorized through ordinance. So our question will be answered all of this ordinance as we approve it. So your question may be answered about this ordinance enacted by the Sangguniang Panglungsod, Sangguniang Bayan. So
It requires also public hearing.
humana.
Huh?
So kanina lang kulang ang ordinance.
I understood only, Mr. Chairman, because there is a certification from the city mayor assisting that as so that clears my mind, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Roger Abaday. And that is not an objection after all, so just a clarificatory question coming from that proposal. So there is a pending proposal, properly moved and seconded. Objection? None? Hearing none. Ordinance number 2021-114 is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense for its finality. Seconded.
We have for inclusion, Mr. Chairman, as items 7 and 8.
For inclusion, 7 and
And
8.
number 9 coming from Councilor Cabanlas. Any more, Mr. Secretary?
Okay, 7 and 8 and 9. 7, 8, and 9. Any second. 7, 8, and 9. Carry on, majority floor.
Number 7 is proposed ordinance number 2021-115, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Oscar S. Moreno, representing the city government of Cagayan de Oro, to enter into and sign the memorandum of agreement MOA with the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, represented by its Secretary Honorable Eduardo Drueco del Rosario. B, Muslim Christian Women's Homeowners Association, represented by its President Umayra A. Mardan, and Cebu Landmasters Incorporated, represented by its Chief Executive Officer Jose R. Soberano III, covering the collaboration of the parties for the development of the Muslim Christian socialized housing project located in Barangay Lumbia, the city, and its accreditation under DHSUD's participation for community mortgage program under the terms and conditions stipulated therein. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by the majority floor leader. And a second. Seconded. Muslim Christian Women's Homeowners Association. Okay. Ayun, okay na Muslim nga kuan. Okay. Properly moved by the majority floor leader. And a second. Seconded. Objection. There is? I heard something. Okay. None. Ordinance number 2021-115 is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense for its penalty. Seconded.
Number 8 is proposed ordinance number 2021-116, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Oscar S. Moreno, representing the city government of Cagayan de Oro, to enter into and sign the memorandum of agreement MOA with the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, represented by Secretary Eduardo Drueco del Rosario. B, Highlandville Homeowners Association Incorporated, represented by its President Norma Z. Adiser. C, Cebu Masters Incorporated, represented by its Chief Executive Officer Jose R. Soberano III. And D. Fino Land Incorporated, represented by its General Manager, Mr. Voltaire Antonio M. Flores, covering the collaboration of the parties for the development of the Muslim Christian socialized housing project located in Barangay Lumbia, the city, and its accreditation under the DHSUD's participation for the community mortgage program under the terms and conditions stipulated therein. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by the majority floor. Seconded. Objection? Objection? None? Hearing none. Ordinance number 2021-116. I heard something over there. Is it a cough? Isa to nag-ubo. O dili si Kagawad J?
Padalig, Doktor.
Councilor Maria Lourdes Gani.
Tingnan lang.
Maday.
Utot man to.
Anyway, properly moved by the majority floor. Any second? Second? Dito, ubo na Move and seconded. Objection? 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 Hearing none. None. Ordinance number 2021-116 is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense with its penalty. Seconded.
For number 9, we ask the chair to recognize Councilor Ed Cabanlas to state the resolution.
Okay, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas, or as proposal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much, Majority Floor Leader Ian. A resolution requesting the Commanding General of the Philippine Army, 4th Infantry Division, Patag, Cagayan de Oro City, for to assist the city of Cagayan de Oro in its vaccination program or rollout program against COVID-19 by sending a contingent of medical personnel, doctors and nurses, possibly volunteers, to help in this program. And at the same tenor, the Commanding General of the Regional Director, Philippine National Police Region 10, Camp Alagar, Cagayan de Oro City. The same tenor.
We will split the resolution into
We will
two
split kay duha man ni kakampo, di man pwede nga.
for the PNP and AFP, Mr. Chairman.
But this
Move
could
for
be
the-
but this could be doable since they are already have one.
the same tenor.
When it comes to doctors, nurses, and so as the resources about this vaccination, they
Yes.
are complete.
And to coordinate with the city health office
Okay,
for
that
their assignment, for their proper assignments.
that could be a great proposal, a good proposal for multiplier about the vaccination rollout. So already
As moved,
noted
Mr.
by
Chairman, for the
our
approval.
secretary. So as proposed,
For
there is a
two
motion
resolutions.
for the two resolution as proposed. Any second? Seconded. Objection? Objection? None? Resolution number 133. Resolution 2021-134. Properly moved and seconded. Objection? Objection? None? It is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense.
Second.
Seconded. For its finality.
Being no other item pending, Mr. Chairman, move to adjourn.
Session adjourned.